Is there a racial hierarchy of penis size?
Obviously.
Is it blacks get the gold, whites get the silver, and then
for sure?
Asians.
Yes.
is this how? And where do Hispanics fit in there? Where do,
All right, guys, it's Hink here, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of those videos where I have never seen such a wild swing of emotions for myself as far as the content. When they first started off this video, I thought for sure I was going to have a stroke and crash out. By the end of the video, I was like, wow, golf clap, almost. And so just trust me, stick with me on this video. You are not going to want to miss it because there's a lot of things that we're going to discuss as far as how do actually penis size break down from racial dynamics? How does actually fat impact penis size? What size do these women actually want? And discussions about what's the biggest they've had, the smallest they've had. I mean, there's a lot in this video, guys. But before we go into it, take a second. If you like my content, you like my videos, just hit the like button, consider subscribing, trying to get to that 100K, guys. And of course, hype the video if you can. But let's get into it.
Oh, wait a minute. I just had a psychic revelation. This is so fucking... This is gonna blow my mind.
Psychic revelation.
I've never, in the US, is a diverse country and stuff, I've never seen an Asian male porn star.
There's a few. Oh, okay.
Holy, have you seen a Chinese dude hitting it on the hug?
No, there is some, and I actually love Asian men. It's kind of like my thing. There is some, and if you go to Pornhub, you will see it. So,
like, you get turned on by them?
Yeah, I fucking love it.
What's the biggest Asian dick you've ever seen?
2.
I feel like
realistically,
they've got
probably
problems.
around 9 to 10 inches.
Really? You've seen a huge one? I asked you and you told me you've never seen it.
I was saying
All right, guys, there's a lot to unpack here. So first of all, when she's talking about the biggest she's ever seen is 9 to 10 inches, I don't want to have to go through this data all the time, guys. There is one published paper where they documented a stretch flaccid length of 10.6 inches. I have a video on here where I talk about a guy that posted, his results, his picture showing that he was right at about 10 inches. 10 inches is going to be the absolute peak of the peak. The biggest guys that are in the adult industry are not 10 inches. They're closer to 9. And then these bigger guys like Dredd are right around 9, like bone pressed. Ungodly huge, but these guys are not 13 or 14 inches. So let's just get that right. So when she's like, oh yeah, I've seen some that are 9 or 10 inches, even if she took into account all of the D's she's ever had, it's very unlikely that she's had one that was 10 inches. Maybe closer to 9, sure, because, she has a history in the industry. And just for context, guys, look at this chart here. She's talking about 9 to 10 inches, okay? That's at the bottom where it says truly massive, basically greater than 99.99999 percentile, okay? And if you look at the veal et al. Data, the am I normal data, which is in this gray chart here, the chance of being 10 inches is 1 in 873 billion. Now, I understand that might be a bit of a dramatic underestimate, but even if you start looking at, being 9 inches, 1 in 48 million, considering there's only 4 billion men on this earth, yeah, that is a good number, but there's not that many, guys.
I asked you and you told me you've never seen it.
I was saying, my sentence was, I Leo Weiss and he's an Asian.
Oh, really? You got a big one?
So now we got to talk about this Leo Weiss guy. I'd actually never heard his name before. And so first of all, guys, I'm not gonna lie, look at this dude. This dude is very attractive. I don't care, guys. I'm gonna call a spade what it is, all right? This dude is clearly attractive. Now, the thing that sticks out to me is he's lean as hell. We're gonna double back on that later. I feel like this is time to do a Hink's reality check on Leo Weiss, because she said that, oh yeah, this guy was huge or pretty big. So once again, for you guys, I had to do a significant amount of meat gazing. So if you appreciate my efforts, hit the damn thumbs up button, okay? Because I don't enjoy researching this stuff. But what I found is that this dude is clearly big, okay? He's very big. He's far bigger than average, but he's not as big as you might think. I saw some of his scenes, and when you were in those scenes, the women are very small. In one of the scenes, the girl's hand, singular hand, was almost encompassing the entirety of his penis. I think if she had 2 hands stacked on top of each other, I don't know that anything would be showing at the top. She could probably get 2 hands on it, but the point is that I think his length is probably about 6 non-bone pressed, okay? Maybe he's like, because he's so lean, maybe about 6.5 bone pressed. And when it comes to girth, quite honestly, I think this dude is probably around 5 inches girth, maybe 5.25. There's no way he's more than that, okay? There's just no way. So clearly, I'm not saying this guy is small, but also, I think that guy is big, but I would absolutely not use terms like huge, like she was trying, or at least Adriana was trying to describe.
It's a lie. You met a Chinese guy with a 9-inch.
Yeah, I took his virginity.
Yeah, and I have a Bugatti outside.
You took his virginity? What the fuck was he doing with that thing before this?
Well, I was doing it back in the day, so he boasted me for it.
You took a 9-inch.
And then he went into the porn world.
No, he didn't go to the porn world. I'm saying there's other guys that are Asian.
I find that one guy on the left doing a lot of the talking extremely annoying, but But he has a very good point here, and I have to commend him for this. He says, oh yeah, you effed an Asian dude with a 9-inch D. Okay, and I have a Bugatti parked outside. And like, I actually kind of agree with that sentiment. I think each one of those things is equally likely. Now, we're going to break down racial dynamics in a bit, but even if we're talking about that she's saying that, yeah, she effed a dude with a 9-incher and took his V card, I think that that statement alone is pretty unlikely. Because of this, there's this adult star inflation of size where Danny D is huge. He's huge. But if you look on what he says he is, he's like, yeah, I'm 10 to 12 inches or something like that. Johnny Sins says he's 9 inches. It's absolute horseshit. Johnny Sins is about 7 inches, non-bone pressed, and Danny D is about 8, maybe 8.5 non-bone pressed, okay? Unbelievably huge, but there's just this inflation. So I don't believe that statement that she said, oh yeah, I banged him and took his V. Like, I don't know. I think that's cap, as they say.
Okay, but can you be real with me? Is there a racial hierarchy of penis size? Is it blacks get the gold, whites get the silver, and then
For sure.
Asian?
Yes.
Is this and where do Hispanics fit in there?
Well,
Adam asked this question. This is based on subjective opinion. I'm going to try to bring as much objective data and facts as I can into this, okay? So there is a website called penissize.org. I actually highly advise you guys to check it out because it has actually amazing data when it comes to actual penis size and real size statistics. This is one of the charts that they publish. So this is looking at penile length. Now, as you can see, it says average penile length by ethnicity based on actual published literature, okay, and not self-reported data. The first thing I want you to look at is that even if you look at the biggest number, we're talking about 14.75 inches. So if you look at the data here, the biggest number they have is 14.75. Guys, 14.75 centimeters is 5.8 inches. So that's the absolute biggest average that they have by race. Is still not 6 inches, okay? No, I don't believe you. The 6 inches is the average.
Don't do the voice.
All right, and we're talking about bone pressed here, okay? But if you look, guys, with the bar graph, it's all around the same range. Now, to be fair, according to this data, the largest average length by ethnicity is black, then white, then just after white is going to be Hispanic. Then you have the Southeast Asian, the East Asian, Southern Asian, whatever it's going to be. So, yeah, there is somewhat of a racial hierarchy, especially if you look at the difference between the black African American at 4.75 and then like East Asian at 12.9. I mean, that's almost a full inch difference there when it comes to size. I also made a video about basically global size. You should definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it. But if we're looking at global regions, that's almost a surrogate for ethnicity. And you can see here, though, the data is a little bit on its head. And so in the sense that if you look at the African countries with that green number, which is the mean stretch length, and that's largely sub-Saharan Africa, only 12.6. Whereas you look at in the Americas at the average size, America, we're looking at 14.48. You would think, oh, if there's a real racial hierarchy, that in Africa, with the African countries, without the racial mixing in America, that they would have the biggest E's. It's not the case. However, if you do look at the Asian area countries, you will see some of the smaller numbers with the stretch of 10.88 and 11.37. So there does appear to be a data trend.
I would say it would be black guys, and then honestly, I would say it'd be a tie between like white guys and Hispanic guys. But like Hispanic guys have thicker dicks,
Really?
Their dicks are thicker rather than longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have never known that.
So, all right, good for you, Hispanic guys. Shouts out to you, Callie. But with her breakdown, she basically says black and then a tie between white and Hispanic. And if we look at that data, according that we had above, looking at penile length, it was black and then white, and then just after white, it was Hispanic. So Adriana was actually spot on with this. Now, what's also interesting to me is that if you look at the girth data from that same website, what you will find is that when it comes to girth, that Hispanic is tied with black for the thickest, and then white, and then Asian. I was prepared to rip her to shreds, but she's actually talking about what is consistently seen with at least the best data that we have.
Yeah.
Lately, I haven't really been as obsessed with big size because I feel like I like a good middle large, like
I like
a medium,
big dick.
medium.
Yeah, you like a hog?
Yeah.
Medium.
I wanted to I was telling you yesterday, I wanted to hit my cervix.
Yeah, I don't need it to
Definition.
meet my cervix, but I feel like a good 4 to 6 inches is like an amicable size that we could comfortably have sex every
You
day.
said 4 to 6?
4 to 6 is
Nah,
fine.
you gotta knock the bottom off that.
What the tell us
You use like
why.
an 8.
First of all, can we just acknowledge the fact that none of them are saying, oh, I want huge. She's saying a solid 4 to 6. That is well within the range of normal or average penis sizes and only slightly above or below on either side. This is a woman who gets paid to perpetually get porked. That's alliteration right there. That is saying, yeah, I don't need that big. If you don't believe me, can you at least believe her when I tell you that girls don't want these gigantic Ds and that 4 to 6 inches is more than enough for any woman? I won't say for any woman, for almost any woman. Now, she does also bring a point that she likes to have her cervix hit. Okay, you're like, oh man, we gotta be massive to hit a cervix. Nope. The average cervix, guys, in an aroused vaginal canal is right at about 5 inches. So the average distance of the vaginal canal in an aroused woman is essentially the average distance of the average penis size. It makes sense, guys. And then you got to have that dumb at the end. Oh, you got to knock the bottom out. It just, there's probably somebody like that in the comment. No, I disagree. She needs way more than 4 to 6 inches.
There's no such thing as a dick that's too small, but there's definitely such a thing as a dick that's too big. There is.
Hold
Okay,
on.
if you have a 13-inch dick, I can't fuck you, man. Like, that's
Explain
crazy.
that though. Like, what?
Okay, there's
1 inch
definitely.
dick.
Here it is. There is such thing as too big. I've talked about the data before about the size women prefer, and there are a certain amount of women that will literally break up with their boyfriends because their D is too big and it hurts and they can't handle that every night. She's like, what am I going to do with 13 inches? First of all, 13 inches doesn't exist outside of HBO TV shows, but that's not a realistic size. And what you would do is basically fit as much as you could in there. Most dudes are not bottoming out in women, especially some of the bigger guys. You just don't fit all of it in there. Sucks. Sorry. Hashtag big D problems.
Guys and whose
Bro.
dicks are so big that I'm like, this literally might like make my body like a little salsa bowl of crap. Like I
You
can't
need to
fuck
step
that.
it up. Just put that whole thing in there.
But
Yeah.
if we hook up with
Yeah.
girls, we like don't need giant things in our. We can like come in different ways. So I don't need like a ginormous all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe like on holidays.
She's talking about she doesn't want her insides ruined, okay? So yes, guys, these are adult entertainers. So what you see on blacked.com or whatever stupid website that you shouldn't be looking at is not reality. That is not real life. And they use camera tricks and angles and wide angle lenses and tiny performers and all of these different things that make you think they're bigger than they actually are. And now when she's talking about the size and toys that they use, guys, I have a whole video about the toy size that actually women prefer that is very illuminating on the industry. If you look, the average max insertable length is about 7 inches. And guys, the girth, the number one selling preferred girth of all of the toys was 4.85 inches. Just because the insertable length is 7 inches, guys, doesn't mean that the women were taking it all the way in there, okay? That just means that's just on average what they found. But 4.85 girth is well within the normal or average limit.
Girls don't need like deep penetration to come. Like a little probably is really good because they're hitting your G spot like easily. You just grind on them.
So
you know?
you just did
I
that.
can't remember if it was my Caitlin V discussion or my discussion with Erotic. One of them was talking about how some of the best sex they've ever had was with a guy that was smaller because his D was literally hitting right on the G spot. I think it was the Erotic chick. But the point is, like, you don't have to have a massive hog, guys. I sell enlargement stuff, and I'm telling you, you don't have to have a massive hog.
Normally, anybody that has like a really small like that is always like a fat guy, which is totally fine because then you can. I like fat men.
He was skinny when I met him, so he's known both sides of it.
Yeah, but I like fat men. Like that's my thing. That's my king.
Does your get smaller when you get fatter, or is it just hidden?
I heard that was supposed to happen. However, I've been blessed enough to maintain the same average that I've always had.
That's nice.
I think it's just the padding there. You have a fat pad that makes it look smaller because it's sort of like has to compete against your fat pad.
Yeah, I did develop a fupa, a fat upper penis.
With the fucking fupas, like with the dig inside of you and having your clit rub a fupa is really nice.
I heard that chicks like that.
Yeah,
I haven't been a fat guy yet.
I don't know how many times I have to say it. I think that so many people would not be as obsessed about their D size or think that they look way bigger than they actually do if they were to get peeled and lose weight. Love yourself, love your body. I'm not fat shaming. You should never like hate what you see in the mirror, but you should also learn to do something about it. If you don't like the way you look, do what you need to do to lose weight and get peeled. Guys, there is a literal medical condition. It's called buried penis. And especially if you have it just because you're fat, you're obese, can literally have so much fat develop in that area that your penis can be hidden. And there's actually surgical operations that they have to do in order to correct that. Now, I do think it was kind of funny that she was like basically sitting shots. She was like, yeah, most fat guys are the ones with the small dicks. Because, guys, if you have a 2-inch fat pad and you're an average guy with 5.5, even 6 inches, okay, but you have a 2-inch fat pad, it's going to make it look like you have a 4-inch penis because they're not like, oh, well, let me check your bone press measurement and push it all the way into your pelvis. Like, women don't give a shit. That's why, I don't know, I have a whole video about like the bone press versus non-bone pressed argument and what matters more. To me, it's just stupid. And I think it's cope that a lot of people that are overweight overweight use. Now, it's not COPE in the sense that it's the most medically accurate way to track your size. And so when this guy says, well, my average D has remained the same size, he's probably measuring bone pressed. But if he was measuring non-bone pressed, I guarantee you that dude is pretty obese, that he's losing at least an inch, if not an inch and a half, due to that fat pad area. For all my bigger guys out there, I am very curious to know. She talks about how the fupa area can be very stimulating for a woman. Is that actually your experience? Please let me know in the comments, guys. And guys, let me know in the comments how wrong, how right I am. Do you think I'm an idiot for my takes on here? Do you think it's pretty solid? So guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Please let me know what you think. Now, look, I'm trying to impress upon you guys the importance of doing things like getting as lean as you can in a healthy way if you're overweight, and learning to love your body and accept that you are enough and you don't have to have a massive hog. You don't need a 13 inches. Like what's her name? Kazumi said, you know, just a solid 4 to 6 inches is all she needs. Please listen to me when I say that. That being said, if you want to get bigger, you can actually make your D bigger, okay? There's medical science, and of course I have my Hink trial where I proved my participants gained on average a 1/2 inch in length and a 1/4 inch in girth. But if you're interested in learning how to get bigger based on real science, real fact, with a course that focuses on safety and efficacy, consider my enlargement course, okay? The link is in the description. The code HINK10 will get you 10% off. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, there's nothing wrong with self-improvement, but you are enough just as you are. All right, guys, peace and love.
Dr. Hink got the plug on the health, yeah. Got you thinking about your